Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo from Made in Heaven for You Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I've already got the new moon reading up for this week of October 12th up. If you haven't checked it out, please have a look at it in my past videos. Thank you, as always, for anyone who's been watching and subscribing, and thank you for telling your friends about it to come to my channel and subscribe also. This is the tarot reading for the week of October 12th through the 18th of October. And although we do have the new moon on the 12th, here in the United States and in other parts of the world, the 13th. I figured I would just do a weekly reading anyway as we go with the theme, the challenge, advice, and resolve. If you have the time to do your little ritual or your intentions today, remember to write down the things that you're wishing for and hoping for and that you want to manifest into your life, especially in this phase of the new moon before we harvest in the full moon. It's a time when you want to initiate change in your life, you know, the things that you're wishing for. I always go by cutting my hair in the different moons, and now is not the time to cut your hair. If you want your hair to grow long, now is not the time. It's a critical point for the body during the new moon phase. It's a time of rest. Give your body the rest. Don't cut your hair unless you want it to grow in very slowly or deep in the root system, but not on the new moon. So if you have an appointment, try and reschedule that. Also, since the water table is lower at this time, it's best if you're planting by the almanac to make sure you're planting crops that are below ground, your corms, tubers, rhizomes, bulbs, and the like. That's better for them too. And this is, you know, a time, like I said, of initiation where you want to make changes in your life, be excited about things that you want to manifest. You know, what do we want to grow in our lives, just like the flowers in the gardens that we put down. And make new changes if we've been putting off those phone calls, you know, meetings with people, conversations we needed to have because of the retrograde that we had with Mercury in Libra. It's over now, and the shadow should be passing by the 12th, 13th. So if you didn't have those conversations, it's time to initiate them. And talk, if you can, just logically communicate your thoughts out to the person and feelings, you know. And if you are going to do any little moon rituals, when you write out your intention, since it is in Libra, it's air. So think of like pretty music in the background or whatever, you know, you want to do. If you like to rock out, whatever. If you have any wind chimes, that's also pretty. Wind socks, wind vanes during this period until the full moon to promote the energy of air. And when you're making your intentions. Okay, so now we have to start with, in our theme for the week, we have the Eight of Cups, and we've been getting this a lot again too. Although the position was different, now we have it in the very beginning, the theme of the week. I'm going to tell you I have the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the King of Cups. So I would say this reading generally is going to be an emotional week for most of us. This is a general reading. But with this card, usually it talks about walking away from something that you were very emotionally attached to before, emotionally satisfied with, that the cups were full for you before. The Eight is that strength, the courage to have that movement. Now, you're turning your back on the situation. You're not looking back, which is good. We've talked about that. You know, you burn those bridges. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sometimes you look back, okay, but don't stare at it. But if you burn the bridges, like they said, you really let it go and set it out, you're not going to be able to go back there. This is just walking away without turning back. And you see how the cups are all askew there? It doesn't matter to you. And I've talked about now that the staff is before you as the Fool in the journey. You're carrying it over your back with your little sack. Now you have it in front of you. You're leaning on it. You have more wisdom here. Whatever this has been in your life, this emotional growth, okay, that's giving you courage now to say enough. You're walking away. Now there is a full moon there. So I'm saying, yes, this is the new moon. But I'm feeling, and Spirit is saying, by the full moon, you will pretty much be done with this. Now, if this is a relationship that you're in, as let's say a love relationship, maybe you've had enough and you've been thinking about walking away, for whatever reason you've stayed, it's saying you're going to reach the point of no return. You know, I always tell people, you're going to do all you can do and take all you can take till you can't take it anymore. No one can tell you when you've had enough. No one can tell you how to feel. That's for you. And this card is saying you cannot be feeling you've had enough, but no remorse in walking away. It's all good. You know, and that's a nice way to leave a situation, with light, with love, good intentions. There's emotionally a disconnect, so there's no harsh words, no meanness there, no one getting hurt. But, you know, someone may be left hurt or ambivalent in the situation. But it's saying the cups aren't filled for you anymore with this situation. If it's in a relationship with people that you work with, or you know, the people you chill with and hang out with, you might be saying, you know what, this isn't for me anymore. Whatever they're doing, they're not growing. I'm growing. I'm looking for something else. And yeah, at the time, you guys hung out. Everything was cool. They were your besties, and everything was great. But now you're like, they're not doing it for you anymore. And that's okay, because you may be growing. We're all growing. And you sometimes grow away from the people that you thought you couldn't live without before. Now, if this is about a career that you feel that you don't want to do anymore, you probably by the full moon will start to feel a better sense of, okay, I feel courageous. I can do this. This is beyond anything I want to do anymore, and I'm going to move forward into something new. As a student, if it's something with school for you that emotionally, as we've talked about in the past, the class maybe seemed like something you were going to do and you wanted this as your career, maybe you're rethinking it right now. And by the next semester, you possibly might change the courses that you're taking and even your majors, okay? If it is in your health, emotionally, that you're just done with whatever you've been doing to take care of yourself, it's just not working for you anymore, it's saying you're looking for something else. Maybe you're going to go to alternative medicine, something holistic, homeopathic, try Reiki, aromatherapy, herbology, you know, or a different doctor. You know, I love the whole holistic approach, but you need modern medicine as well sometimes. And so it might be just switching the way you've been treating this. And as far as me, as a spiritual individual and feeling the spirituality, it feels like something that you've been working on, you need a higher sense, a higher power. And with this card, it's talking about you're looking for something higher in your life, more fulfilling in your life emotionally. You're looking for something more inspirational, you know, and you're ready to climb that mountain confidently. Now in our challenge we have our lovely 5. We've been getting 5s every reading, and we talk about 5 is that very dynamic single digit. It's got a lot of unexpected, you know, kind of energy to it. You know, the 5 can go either way, because I've talked about the 5, the way it's shaped. You know, it can rock back and forth, rock back and forth. You can fall on your face, you can rock over. It's just looking to express itself, you know, and go somewhere. And looking at this here with all those pentacles there, it's like a beautiful stained glass window, like a church. And the 2 people in front of it are very distraught looking, like they're you know, like you're afraid you're going to lose your home, you're going to lose your job, you're not going to get better, you're going to fail your test. Oh, he's not going to call me anymore. Or, oh, she's out with somebody else. Remember, this is uncertainty. The 5 is uncertainty. It's always in motion and constantly in need of a change. It's an energy in the single digits. Just, it's got to go somewhere. It just wants to keep moving, it feels like. Looking at it as this is your challenge. The uncertainty could be, yes, actually going on around you because you don't know what's going to happen. And we always want to know what's going to happen. It makes things easier. I get that. But looking at it as a 5, it is uncertainty. It hasn't expressed yourself. So whatever you're worrying about right now, like you think you're not going to be able to pay your bills, you can't pay the mortgage, you don't have the rent money, you know, you're going to break up with your girlfriend, or you're worried about how are you going to be able to manage your job and going to school, or who's going to help you take care of the family if you're working. And all of these things are, again, negative or uncertain thoughts in this energy that we're feeling with this 5. Look at it this way. Spirit is always there to help you. If they would just look up and see the light coming through, that's spiritual, that's inspiration. You need to make sure that the thoughts that you're having and the energy you're backing it with, especially in this time of the new moon, You must be very careful, because in the new moon is when we plant the seeds. It's when we initiate the things that we want to manifest. So if you're dwelling right now in all of this week with this very emotional week reading on that, you're bringing that to you to manifest by the full moon. Now, we're all going to be feeling this because of the way the planets are lining up. All right, so you can't just say, oh, the moon affects the earth and us. Every planet affects we humans on this earth. We feel its energy. So with what's going on in the sky right now, which I don't have to really get into that whole astrological aspect, I'm not a professional astrologer. Look for one because it's so interesting. I just dabble with it myself, but what's going on in the sky and in the heavens is drawing on us. So we're having this emotional pull back and forth, and that's that 5 energy. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? I got to do something. I got to make a decision. Even no decision is recognized in the universe as a decision. So maybe at this time what you could do to challenge yourself is just stand still and keep your balance right now. Instead of rocking this way and falling on your face, possibly rocking this way and fall, you don't know. So why don't you just give it time to clear itself up this week? There are a lot of people who are very controlling, and they can't wait. They got to do it. They got to have the answer now. Or like the air signs, they want it yesterday. If you can be patient with this 5 energy, and it's the only pentacle in this reading, so it's talking about you're grounded. All right, health, wealth, sure. Education's me, something you work hard at, something you love to do, something you work with your hands with. So in any of this, as a general reading, is affecting your health, your finances, you're off your guard, you're off your ground, you're off your balance, you're feeling unstable, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling irrational. Anxiety is a fearful anticipation. It doesn't say exactly what you're afraid of. You're anticipating something, you see, and you're afraid of it. Gee, that's a great thing to invite into your life. Worry, doubt. I got to tell you, you can worry about whatever is going on in your life right now. I've done it many times. And it doesn't happen. And you're worried for nothing. Or you can worry about it right now, really dwell on it, and that energy creates this fantasy and illusion, and it does come to you in some way of negativity. And you say, well, yeah, I was right to worry, but now you worry twice. Do yourself a favor, give yourself a break. If there's something going on right now in your life that you're uncertain about, look to your higher power, whatever you call it. I call it God, my angels and guides. And I ask them to please help me through this, take this from me, whatever it is. And I start my day and end my day with my affirmations. I'm aligned with source energy. I'm in the vibration of receiving abundant blessings in my life today and every day. Thanks be to God. And today I shall see abundant blessings for me. Okay, keep working that. Work it, work it, work it all the way. With the advice is the 7 of Cups. Again, we have the cups of the emotions. New moon. All right, we've talked about that too. The new moon is the dark side of us. You know, when we go into that depth, this is the time the body heals and regenerates in this cycle. We're in that rest period, okay? We're slowing down. We're looking to heal. We're looking to regenerate. The 7 for me is about taking control of a situation. So we're saying the advice is take control of your emotions this week. Think about how you're feeling. Figure out where is it coming from. Am I tired? Have I been working too much? Am I stressed? Because I have to deal with work, the family, the kids. You know, I got to rush to yoga after work. You know, that's kind of counterproductive, isn't it? You rush to getting zen. It never worked for me. In that respect. I love yoga, though, but the classes were never on time for me to get to. Are you putting your emotions into all of these different cups that you want to fill and daydreaming about them? You know, each cup is filled with something different that you want to bring into your life. But are you starting to stress and worry about it because it hasn't come to you yet? Take control of those emotions. Look at, am I hungry? Am I tired? Am I stressed? Am I not feeling good? Am I upset with so-and-so? Am I mad that this didn't come to me? You know, that person got the promotion or the raise. I haven't gotten a raise in a year and a half. I worked just as hard. You know, you look at all these things. Start to take control of that. So you don't go scanners and explode. You need to express it somewhere. So even if you're thinking about it, talk to someone about it, a trusted friend or someone. Just vent. And say, I'm just venting. I don't mean any malice or hatred toward this person or this situation. But you know what, Spirit? I got to get it out of me. Let it go. Let it vent. Say it out and now redirect. Start to think of all the things you're grateful for. The more you think about the things that you're grateful for in your life, the more things you will have to be grateful for. And if you wake up every day and you're a miserable grouch, I don't have anything to be thankful for. Well, you know what? I'm thinking, I'm talking, I'm sitting up, breathing. That's the first thing I'm thankful for before my feet hit the floor. And I thank God for the beautiful day. I don't care if it's raining out. I thank God because it's a beautiful day. And I look for an abundant blessing to come to me. Always. And I give thanks before I even get it. The more you're thankful for. You know, I'm thankful that my feet hit the floor. I'm thankful I'm breathing. Or I'm thankful I have a nice house. I'm thankful that people love me. I'm thankful for the people in spirit, friends, family, and loved ones who love me. My angels, my guides. Start to focus on things that emotionally are pleasing to you, those sensual pleasures, that you feel loved, you feel grateful, appreciative, happy. Like I said last week, even if you have a job that's not paying the bills, keep saying, I'm so thankful for this job and the money that it provides to pay for these bills or things that I have. Even if it isn't covering it, just keep saying it and put good intentions on it, and more blessings will come to you. Now in the resolve, we have the King of Cups, another card of emotion. Now this king is usually someone, if you look at it, is in the helping field. They love to make people feel good. You might find them a lot of people. Now this is male, female, okay, because there is no gender in the tarot, except for certain specific cards. But even a male could take on the energy of the Empress, you know, or the High Priestess. And the female could even be the Hermit, you know, or Hierophant. But now with this king, let's just say this king likes to be of service to help people feel good. And this is the outcome. So we're having a very emotional week. Let's start with us, because we always take care of somebody else. The needs of our boss, our co-workers, our clients, our patients, our employees, our children, our family members, our spouse, our boyfriend, our girlfriend, our pets, our garden. I love them. They're my babies. I talk to them. I hang signs on them that says, I love you. You know, all of the emotions, okay? This king is that person, calm, loving emotion. Usually he likes to be around the water. He does love water elements. The fisher, I think of one of my brothers with this card. He's a great fisherman. And jet skis, you know, wakeboarding, all of that. The sailing, all that stuff. This is the kind of energy this person loves to be by the beach. Even if she's that chick who loves to just bake and fry, you know, over by the water or the lake. Because the water ties into that person. And this king represents actually Scorpio in the tarot. And that is a water sign. And Scorpio is a great energy to tie into this card, because that is at life, death, birth, regeneration, other people's money, our transformation, our seeking out the mysteries, you know, the occult, the metaphysical. And the occult, actually, by definition, doesn't mean anything like evil. The occult is a different science, a different way of learning things, different elements. So this is saying, for this week, you need to keep your emotions in a higher place. If you need to be by the water, get in the water. If you can't get in the water because it's cold where you live, I've talked about taking those salt baths or a shower. Play the running water if you have those little waterfalls or those little things you buy in the store for $10. You plug it in, it's got water and little stones and like that happy noise, that white noise, or download from the internet some music about water. Because this king is talking about tying into something more spiritual at this time of healing for this week. We're going to feel a lot of emotional pressure. We're going to feel a lot of worry. We're going to feel like we're done with this. We just want to walk away. We're going to feel like we need to get a grip on ourselves because our emotions are running amok, amok, amok. And here we're starting to manifest all negativity in our lives about everything. I mean, whatever you can bring down on yourself, this card will let you if you feed into it. This king is taking control of his emotions. He's calm. He's got a hold on his emotions. You know, just like still waters. Okay? He's calm. He's reflective. So in this week, if you can just try and give yourself even 5-10 minutes while you're in the bathroom, on your commute to work, in the car or the train or the bus, just let your mind zone out, because that is a form of meditation. And you're thinking about something, you go, oh, did I just pass my stop? Oh, no, it's not. You go back to it. You know, you're washing the dishes and, you know, you're zoning out, and then you hear the kids drop something and spilled on the floor, and, oh, my husband picked it up. And, you know, that's meditation. That's what I'm saying. These are the little fantasies, the little, I call them little 5-minute fantasies that you just go off somewhere else. You're not here. Physically you are, but your mind is going to source. And at those times when you're meditating, you're drifting away, those are the times you ask your question of your higher power. Once you feel like your thoughts have slowed down, your breathing slowed down, and you're really not thinking of anything in particular, that's when you ask your question if you have some question. And when you pray, you know, you're talking to God. When you meditate, God answers you. Spirit answers you. Source answers you. The first thing that comes to you is inspired thought. With me, as I'm talking to Spirit in my mind or asking questions, before I even get the thought out or the words out, they've answered me. They've given me my answer. And it's very calming and peaceful, because, you know what, I wouldn't have done that. But I know theirs is with light and love. There's no ego, no arrogance attached to it. It's from a higher self, my higher self. And that's what you want to resonate to. So try and work on being calm this week if you can do something. I always tell you, take off your shoes and socks, rub it into the rug, get that negativity to drain out of you, and let the earth take it into the ground. Transmute that negative energy and turn it into something beautiful and positive. Soak in the water if you can. Get by the beach if you can. If you like being in the woods or the forest, do that. Walk through, especially this time in the fall, the crinkling, crunching leaves, you know, and you see the little squirrels, you know, running around, gathering their stash for winter. These are all very peaceful and calming things for us. You know, some people have a different experience. Like they like to maybe get on their motorcycles and ride, you know, and they go on a run. That's peaceful for them. It's relaxing. You know what it is that you tie into. And this is the time to do this for yourself this week, because it does have a lot of things going on that's going to feel like it's bombarding us. You'll even see it globally. We're coming to a head here. Things are coming to a head. And with this king being Scorpio, like I've talked about, it is that transmutation, transfiguration, things changing, life, birth, rebirth, everything changing and getting into that darker side of us to release these things. We have to balance ourselves. It's the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the conscious, the subconscious. It's all part of who we are. The trick is not to stay there too long. Artists go to that place for creativity. It's not a place to stay in always. It is a place to go in to find the depth of yourself. Like I said, this is our time. It's critical. We need to go that downtime to heal. Go within ourselves. Find what it is that we've been putting off and dealing with and letting go. Find what it is that we feel inspired by. Find whatever it is that we need to release and create something. Okay? So honor these next few days. Honor your body. Honor your soul. Give your mind peace. Honor your mind. You know? Honor everything about yourself in this week. And I understand life is hard. You have responsibilities to many people. It is a very important thing even to teach your children now, to show them how to sit for a few minutes and to be calm, to just be. That just being is a very centering experience. Well, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you again for tuning in. If you can subscribe or tell your friends and family to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I get very passionate and excited about this, and I talk very fast, I realize, and my brain is working faster than my mouth sometimes, so if I botch up a little bit, I'm sorry, but it is something I'm passionate and excited about. When I do readings, I'm usually slower and calmer, but I just feel like I have to get out so much on so many different subjects in a general reading. And I hope it does tie in to something in your life that can help you. And remember, be the channel, be the messenger, and help others with these messages if you hear someone that sounds like this is going on in their life. In the meantime, have a great week. Rest and honor yourself. And I always wish you the best. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.